Alright, so the TCG Banlist came out a couple days ago, and it's way different from the OCG. Basically, well, there are some similarities and differences. I decided to wait a day before making a video on it, though, because I didn't want to make a rage video like everyone else is about Stratos getting banned out, even though that did piss me off. Alright, first up we have all baby E-dragons are banned. That stops Dragon Ruler decks. That was expected. Stratos is banned. Stratos and Shockmaster, I should say. With those two banned, Bubble Beat isn't really an option anymore. And that really kills heroes competitively. Because Stratos is a hero deck. I don't know, you can't really play a hero deck without Stratos. Well, you can. You can't play a good hero deck without Stratos, I should say. Card Destruction's banned. Good. That card is really good in Dark World. Like, really, really good. Gateway of the Six. It's finally banned. You can pretty much lock out your opponent on your first turn if you happen to draw into it. Heavy Storm is banned. Finally. I hate that card so much, and I'm so glad it's banned. Pot of A, banned. Yeah, I don't ever really use it, because I didn't ever really use a deck that utilized it that much, besides my Nimble Swarm. That deck is really fun. I didn't really use it anyway to begin with, so it won't slow down. Monster Reborn is banned. That's not unexpected. That card's really strong. Spellbook of Judgment banned, obviously. The card was broken to begin with. Super Rejuv banned, obviously. It made Dragon Rulers insane. Solemn Judgment banned. That one was a surprise, because Solemn Judgment has a pretty fair cost for what it does. Pay half your life points, negate anything. Well, almost anything. It doesn't negate summons that are already out on the field. Like if you summon something through a continuous spell or trap card that's already been out on the field. Or a field effect. There are loopholes around it. Ultimate Offering banned. I actually went against a, Metalochi deck, and I lost because he had the field spell card out. He had his one Metalochi monster and Ultimate Offering, and he was able to continuously rotate it from being destroyed, going back to his hand, and then setting it with Ultimate Offering. Because I had an OTK set up, but that Ultimate Offering saved his ass, and I was like, damn, that's really good in Metalochi. You can also win on your first turn if you're using a gadget deck with Ultimate Offering, so you pretty much just closed up two loopholes right there. Limited Atlantean Dragoons, obviously, because that card's crazy in Mermail decks. Fire Fist Spirit, I don't really know much about Fire Fist to really comment on that. Deep Sea Diva, that slows those, Mermails a little bit. Birdman, he sets up a ridiculous combo with Harpies with the field spell card. I'm surprised the field spell card wasn't on here too, like it is in the OCG. Rescue Rabbit Limited, I guess since it's going to be a trap-heavy format with Heavy Storm gone, you don't want someone to have that dinosaur monster who can negate anything, kind of like a Solemn Judgment on your first turn. So that slows down Dino Rabbits considerably, if not absolutely killing them. Thunderking Ryo. Well, since it's a trap-heavy format now, they probably should have just... Well, at one, there's a less chance of actually drawing into him. Evil Gishi Mind Angus. I don't know enough about Gishikis to comment on that. Dewlorean. I can't say his name. It's the Synchro Monster. I guess he could be good, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever use him. M7, he's great in Monarch decks and Constellars. Since most Monarchs are level 6, I use him a lot. That's kind of sad to see him go to limit, because I do use him more than once. D-Fissure and Macros Cosmos. That was a huge surprise. The reason I lobbied so hard against getting Heavy Storm banned, I didn't actually do anything. I just always said I hate Heavy Storm. The reason I hate it is because I only run 2 decks in real life. A Macro Monarch and a Law of the Normal. because I bought those back in high school and I don't have enough money to update them. And with Heavy Storm out there, it was really hard to run a Macro Monarch deck because you have to keep Diffusor or Macros Cosmos up on the field to get your Tribute engine going. And I was like, yay, Heavy Storm's banned. I can play my Macro Monarch deck. Oh wait, Diffusor and Macros Cosmos are now at 1. Never mind. I'm still going to try to play it since I don't really have any other competitive decks. But it just loses its consistency. Golden Sarcophagus at 1. I was actually surprised it was unlimited to begin with. Royal Tribute at 1. Bottomless Trap Hole at 1. Compulse at 1. That's just because of they put in all the really good trap cards at 1 because Heavy Storm's gone. Eradicator Epidemic Virus at 1. I actually wanted that card banned because Dark Worlds, but at 1 they have way less chance of actually drawing into it now, so I guess putting at 1 is okay. It still sucks if they get it off on you though. Soul Drain at 1. They already killed Spellbooks and Dragons. Whatever. Torrential Tribute at 1. Yeah, it's because they limited all of the good trap cards. Semi-limited, Mezuki, Plaguesprader, and T.G Striker. Now, T.G Striker and Plaguesprader Zombie are the 2 level 2 tuners I use in my TG deck. So that makes me really happy because that deck is so much fun to play. Mezuki, they're just trying to bring zombies back, I guess. Tenki, obviously it's semi-limited, that card's great. D-Prison. Unlimited. Malicious. I guess Teledad will be a thing again. Agent Earth. I'm not really sure why it was semi-limited in the first place. Agents aren't that great. Tsukuyomi isn't really that great with the Magician of Faith banned. A Hero Lives. There's no reason for it to have any limitations on it since Stratos is gone. Black Whirlwind. I guess Blackwings are going to be a thing again. Emergency Call. Same thing. Stratos is gone. There's no reason to have any limit on any other hero cards now. Heretic Seal of Convocation. Oh man, I completely butchered that. Heretics, no one ever plays those. Pot of Duality, it already has a pretty good side effect where you can't special summon the turn you use it. And Scapegoat, unlimited. I'm going to be trying out a whole bunch of token decks because of that. Alright, so that's the whole list. I do like the TG Striker and Plaguesprader going to semi because I love that TG deck. It's so much fun to play. And Heavy Storm being banned out, and Monster Reborn actually, I hate it. I have lost so many games because my opponent drew into a Monster Reborn. Like, that card is just, it's stupid. Heavy Storm is even dumber because I love decks that set a back row. Because there are so many creative techs you can do if you don't have to worry about a Heavy Storm. So I no longer need to sub in Starlight Roads to everything. But because Heavy Storm's gone now, people are going to be running triple MST at Night Beam, so I still have to protect against those, but no longer have to worry about all of my cards getting destroyed at once. Against any deck, I should say. There are some decks that still do that, obviously. M7 going to 1, that will lower my Monarch decks, their XYZ summons a little bit. But Monarchs aren't really about going into Exceed summons anyway, so, I mean, and you still have 1. So basically this format doesn't really do anything to my Froggy Monarch deck, which is the one I use most when I actually do ranked duels. And I know there's something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. Basically they hit the card I wanted them to hit, and they caught me off guard with the Stratos ban. I still can't believe they banned Stratos. Well, I guess if they did in Heroes it would be too good. But aren't Fire... Actually, I don't know enough about Fire Fist. Anyways, that's the ban list, and those are my thoughts on it. I love some of their decisions, and I hate the Stratos ban.